Hello Fish Addicts, this is Eric. Today I'm going to be talking about the associated costs with getting fish and how we price our fish, and pretty much all stores price the same way. I'm going to break it down into two sections. I'm going to break down what it actually costs me to get the fish, and then I'm going to break it down into the maintenance and the cost of keeping these fish. So to start off, we have our own wholesalers out of Asia, South America, and several other places around the world where I bring in fish. They send me out a fish list of everything that they have in stock at this particular time. The fish list will vary depending on the time of year. Some of the fish are seasonal. Sometimes they just run out of fish and they can't get. This also plays with the pricing of these fish. Depending on, like I said, seasonal, the price will rotate or vary up and down on these wholesalers. So basically, take for example, I see a fish that I see for $1 on this list. That's $1 of their cost. Now, I have to, before that fish is even shipped out, I get charged a box charge, heat pack charge, we have any CITES or permits, we have a service charge for packing the boxes. Then when they add all those up, oh, I forgot to mention, it's usually always in US dollars, and you know we're Canadian, so that's automatically another 30, could be up to even 35% extra charge, just exchange rate alone to me. So by the time it all gets here and gets landed with the freight charges and weight, usually that $1 fish ends up really costing me, could be up to $4 my money. So that's just to get the fish landed in my store. Okay, so now once the fish arrive at my store, I've gone over the initial cost of it. Now this is where the second part of the calculation has to come in. I have to look at any losses that I may occur on these fish or any other fish in this shipment. I have to look at the housing, the hydro, the gas, the maintenance for people to take care of it, any feeding. All these things have to get calculated into the price of this fish. Unfortunately, because I'm dealing with livestock, which is considered a perishable, it's not like something on my shelf that's dry goods where it sits there in 6 months' time, it's still worth equally. Every day I have a fish sit in my tank, my profit margin goes down and down and down because of, like I said, having to feed it every day. Someone has to take care of these fish. And every day that sits longer in my tank, if I have a fish sit around for a month or two, and then God forbid that, he actually passes away or something goes wrong, now I just didn't lose the price of that fish. I've actually lost even more money because I've been paying for the last couple of months to take care of that fish and feeding it. So when you actually see a price tank, on a tank of a fish, there's a lot that goes into that. We overhear people mumbling, oh, you must be making so much money on fish. Actually, no, we don't. There is a higher markup on fish compared to dry goods, but that's because there's so much involved in this. Our store's prices can differ from another store. I hear that come up a lot, like Billy Joe Bob's Aquatics down the road has the same fish on for $1 less. The problem is you have to understand, compare that to a gas station. You could buy gas at a Husky here. 5 minutes down the road, you could be at a Chevron, and the gas is a different price. We all pay different prices depending on each shipment from each different wholesaler. So the prices will vary between stores, and that's just the way it happens. So we also take in a lot of fish from local breeders, hobbyists. We usually give a 1/3 store credit for whatever we are able to sell that fish for. Usually that is actually higher than what I have to pay if I am importing those fish. But I prefer to support local people that are supporting me. It's just nice give and take between the two of us. So as you can see, there's a lot more goes behind the scenes that go into pricing these fish. We try to offer the lowest possible price we can, the best quality we can. Trust me, we want to move these fish faster because, like I said, the longer they sit in my tank, every day that fish is there, I'm actually losing money. Not just me, all stores in general. So we want a quick turnover on these fish, but we still want to give you the quality and the health that you need. And that way it works out better for everybody in the hobby. You guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.